I maxed out my £20,000 ISA allowance for the current tax year, and now I am sitting on another few £1,000 with nowhere to put it. As an NHS consultant earning over £100,000, I thought maxing my ISA allowance early was a smart financial planning. But here is what nobody tells you about post ISA investing. There are actually 7 completely legal ways to potentially earn decent returns on money you can't put in within your ISA, and most high earners have no idea that they exist. When I moved from India to UK to work here as a doctor 9 years ago, nobody taught me about ISA investing or what to do when you max out your ISA allowance. Most financial advice stops at max your ISA. But what happens when you have got serious money left over? Here is the reality. If you are earning over £100,000 in the UK, you will likely have significant savings beyond your £20,000 ISA allowance if you are a high saver. I see this constantly with my NHS colleagues and many viewers of this YouTube channel. You max your ISA by December or January, then what? That extra £20,000, £30,000 or £50,000 for some people just sits in a savings account doing nothing. After building my own investment portfolio to over £58,000 and helping hundreds of investors through this YouTube channel, I have discovered there is a whole world of tax efficient investment options that most people never hear about. Some offer immediate tax relief, others provide tax-free growth, and a few can even give you instant returns on your money. Today, I am sharing the exact 7 strategies I am considering for my own money this year. By the end of this video, you will have a complete action plan for every pound beyond your ISA allowance with specific tax implications and step-by-step guidance that works whether you are planning to stay in the UK permanently or return to India. And if you are married, strategy number 7 could literally double your wealth building potential, something 90% of couples completely overlook. So the first option is additional workplace pension contributions. Let's start with the most powerful option that literally pays you to invest: your workplace pension. In my case, it's the NHS pension. When I first discovered it, most people think once you are in your workplace pension scheme, that's it. But here is what your HR department probably never told you. You can voluntarily increase your contributions and get immediate tax relief on every single pound that you contribute to your pension. Every additional pound that you put into your pension saves you 20 to 40% in taxes immediately. For someone like me in the higher rate tax bracket, that's instant 40% return before any investment growth. If I increase my NHS pension contribution by £500 monthly, I will get £200 back in tax relief every single month. If you are not an NHS employee, then most likely you will have similar private pension scheme arranged by your employer. Please learn and understand that particular scheme to know how it works and how you can maximize your own pension savings. As NHS consultants, we are typically in the higher tax brackets, making this even more valuable. Plus, if you are planning to return back to India permanently later on in life, you can still access your UK pension. It's not a lost money, but the money that goes to HMRC, you can consider that a lost money. Check your annual allowance. It's £60,000 for this tax year for most people. If in doubt, please seek professional advice from financial advisors. Pension department of your NHS hospital can also guide you in this regard. But what if your workplace pension options are limited to just a few boarding fund? That's where option 2 becomes a game changer. A SIP or self-invested personal pension gives you all the tax benefit of a workplace pension, but with complete investment freedom. Perfect for NRIs who want global diversification and who would like to manage their money themselves. Your workplace pension might only offer 5 to 10 investment options, and none of them will probably include emerging market or specifically India focused funds. You are stuck with whatever your employer chooses. With a SIP, you get the same 20 to 40% tax relief but can invest in thousands of funds around the world, including those tracking Indian market, emerging market economies, or specific thematic sectors. This is huge for us. You can invest in India focused fund while getting UK tax relief. Imagine getting 40% tax relief on your investment in Indian growth companies. It's like the UK government is subsidizing your investment in your home country's economy. If I added £5,000 into a S&P 500 fund through my SIP, I will get £2,000 back in tax relief immediately. So my actual investment would be only £3,000. Even if the fund stays flat, I am already 67% up because of the tax relief. Remember, you can transfer existing pensions into SIP or start fresh contributions. Now both pensions and SIP lock your money until retirement or 57 to 58 years of age. But what if you need more flexibility with your money? And that's where option 3 comes in. Our general investment account or GIA is like an ISA without limits. You can invest unlimited amounts, but there is a tax catch that's actually not as bad as it sounds. Once your ISA is maxed out, where do you put serious money? Your savings account is paying 1.5% to 2%. That's actually losing money to inflation year after year. On the other hand, a general investment account has no annual limit. You can invest 50,000, 100,000 or even more if you can. Yes, you pay capital gain tax on profit over £3,000 annually, but here is the key. You only pay tax on your gains, not on your losses. If you are planning to return to India within 5 years, this flexibility might be worth the tax cost. You can access your money anytime without any penalties, unlike your pensions. Plus, you can use tax loss harvesting to offset your gains. Here is a pro tip that I use. Every year before the tax year ends, I review my GIA holdings. If I have gains over £3,000, I will sell some losing positions to offset them. And then in the next financial year, I'm going to invest this money again back into the ISA. This is called Bet and LISA, and this is completely legal. Another example, if I have £5,000 in gains, but also £2,000 in losses, I only pay capital gains tax on £3,000 of profit instead of the total £5,000, saving me hundreds in taxes. You can open a GIA with the same provider as your ISA. I use InvestEngine for both of these accounts. Zero platform fees, and you can manage everything in one place. InvestEngine also offers low cost SIP as well. But what if you want zero risk with your money and guaranteed tax-free returns? Option 4 might surprise you. Option 4 is premium bond. Premium bonds are the UK's best kept secret for risk-free, tax-free returns, and they are perfect for people who want absolute security with their money. High rate savings account might offer 4 to 5% with your bank, but you pay income tax on the interest. For higher rate taxpayers, that 5% becomes 3% after tax. Now the premium bonds are backed by UK government. It is safer than most other financial institutions. You can invest up to £50,000 with a chance to win £1 million every month. The average return is completely tax-free, which actually beats most savings account after tax. But this is not guaranteed, as it depends on whether you win the lottery or not. Here is what makes this perfect for NRIs. Unlike savings account, there is no currency risk if you are planning to return to India. Your £50,000 within this premium bond stays £50,000, and any winnings are completely tax-free regardless of your income level. Now, it's a lottery system, so returns are not guaranteed. You can keep money in premium bonds as your emergency fund. It will earn more than a savings account, completely tax-free, and you can withdraw anytime with 1 month's notice. You can buy premium bond directly from NS&I online. Minimum investment is just £25, maximum is £50,000. It takes around a week to set it up. Now, if you want to supercharge your wealth building and don't mind taking some extra risk with your money, option 5 and 6 offer immediate tax relief that will blow your mind. Option 5 is Venture Capital Trust. VCTs offer the most generous tax relief available to UK investors. 30% back immediately, plus all future returns are completely tax-free. As a higher rate taxpayer, you are giving 40% of your income to HMRC. What if I told you there is a legal way to get 30% of your investment back immediately from the government? Venture Capital Trust give you 30% tax relief upfront, plus tax-free dividend and growth forever. If you invest £10,000 in VCT and you get £3,000 back in tax refund, that's an instant 30% return before the investment even starts growing. Here is the catch. Your money is locked in for next 5 years and you are investing in small unlisted UK companies. So it's higher risk. But for high earners with stable high salaries, this can seriously accelerate their wealth building journey. If you are planning to stay in the UK long term, VCTs are incredible. Plus, the tax relief helps offset the higher taxes we pay as high earners. These are high risk investment, so never put more than 5 to 10% of your portfolio in VCTs and be prepared to lose all the money if it comes to that. I spread my investment across 3 to 4 different companies or VCT providers to diversify the risk. Popular VCT funds are Octopus and Baron's Mead. VCT season runs from November to April for the next tax year. You need to invest before the tax year ends to claim relief on your investments. But if 30% sounds too good, wait until you hear about the option 6. It can give you up to 50% back on your investments. Option 6 is EIS and SEIS scheme. These schemes offer the highest available tax relief, which can be up to 50% for SEIS schemes. You get this money back immediately, plus you can carry losses back against previous year's income. VCTs are great, but you are limited to their fund choices. What if you want to directly support the UK startups while getting even better tax relief? Enterprise Investment Scheme gives you 30% tax relief, but SEIS scheme gives you 50% back immediately. Plus, if the company fails, you can offset the loss against your income tax from previous tax years. It's like having a safety net. With SEIS, if I invest £10,000, I get £5,000 back immediately. Even if half the companies fail, I am still ahead because of the tax relief. This is perfect for people who want to support the UK startup ecosystem while building wealth in a tax efficient way. You are literally helping create jobs and innovation while the government pays you to do it. These are startup investment, high risk, high return. I never put more than 5% of my total portfolio in this kind of scheme. And I diversify across 10 to 15 different companies through a fund. Some will fail, but the winners can return 10x or even more. Platforms like Crowdcube offer EIS or SEIS scheme. Start small, maybe £2,000 to £5,000 to test the waters. I did a detailed video on SEIS investment on this channel. Please watch that video next if you are interested in this kind of investment. Now let's talk about something completely different. An option that doesn't require any risk at all but could double your wealth building potential over time. This brings me on to option 7, which is property or REIT. One bonus tip along with this is about how can married couples strategize their investments. Real estate investment is another option if you want to invest outside your ISA. Recently, direct property investment has become complicated with Section 24 tax changes, but REIT gives you property exposure without the hassles. Buy to let property used to be the go-to investment for wealthy investors in UK, but mortgage interest restrictions have killed the returns for many real estate investors. REITs in your ISA or even outside it give you exposure to commercial property, shopping center, warehouse, nursing homes, all the property growth without being a landlord and with the associated headache. No tenant calls at midnight, no maintenance cost, complete liquidity. Here is another bonus tip for people who are still listening. Married couple strategy. But here is the biggest opportunity most couples miss. You are essentially leaving free money on the table. If you are married, you get two £20,000 ISA allowance. That's £40,000 tax-free annually for a couple. You can consider transferring assets between spouses to use both capital gains allowance. That's £6,000 combined tax-free gains. Here is what I do. My wife earns less than me, so I transfer dividend paying investment to her. She pays 0% dividend, whereas I would have paid 33% tax. This simple move saves us few £100 annually. Review your finances this weekend as a family. Are you maximizing both ISA allowances? Are you using both capital gains allowances? Most couples aren't. So which options should you prioritize? Here is my decision making framework based on my situation. For disclaimer, this is not investment advice and I am not a qualified financial advisor. So please do your own research before investing your money. For high earners with more than £100,000 income, start maximizing workplace pension or SIP for immediate 40% tax relief. Then consider VCT and EIS scheme for additional tax benefit. Use the GIA for flexibility. Medium earners between 40 to £100,000 focus on workplace pension or SIP first, then premium bond for extra security, followed by GIA for growth investment. For married couples, optimize your joint allowances first. This alone could save you thousands over the year. Then follow the income-based strategy above. Planning to live UK within next few years? In that case, stick with workplace pension and premium bond. Avoid VCT and EIS with their 5 to 7 year lock-in period. You can use GIA for flexibility. Risk assessment. Conservative investors should focus on pension and premium bond. Growth-focused investors can add VCT and EIS or ACIS scheme. Everyone should optimize married couples allowances if applicable. Staying in UK permanently, use all options. Returning to India in 5 years, avoid lock-in investments. Which of these 7 options fits your situation best? Comment below about how you invest after maximizing your own ISA allowance. Remember, the best investment strategy is the one you actually implement. Don't let analysis paralysis keep your money earning 1% in a savings account. Pick one option from today's video and take action this week. Hit subscribe if this helped you. Please share this video with your friends and hit the like button if you learned something new. This is Dr. Suman helping you build your wealth one step at a time. See you in the next video.